Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. Let the waves just drive right on, and let the waves just sweep along, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. What's up, everybody? Brandon Johnson here again, and thanks for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the classic old-time tune, Deep River Blues. So this tune, Deep River Blues, this is my interpretation of Doc Watson's version. So if you've seen my original lesson for Deep River Blues, this is sort of an updated version of that particular arrangement. So better tab, hopefully a better explanation of some of the nuances and the techniques and the notes. So I hope you enjoy this one. Let's check it out. Okay, let's take a look at measure number 1 now of Deep River Blues. So you'll see there's an open E, and that's right on the downbeat. So that means that the kind of the finger picking pattern that we're playing here, the famous Deep River Blues intro finger picking pattern, is going to be played on the offbeat. So you've got that low E on the downbeat, and then you've got the 7th fret A, 7th fret high E right on the offbeat. When I play that open E, I like to kind of stop the vibration of the strings a little bit there to give it kind of a staccato effect. And I also like to add in just a little bit of muting with my right hand, where I'm just kind of placing it just on the bridge, not too far onto the strings, but just kind of right on the bridge there, just to give that little bit of control and that little bit of muting. Okay, so we're kind of playing this 7th chord shape here. It's actually a 7th with a 7th fret high E kind of thrown in there. So we're going to hit that open E, and then we're going to hit that 7th fret A, 7th fret high E, and then we're just going to kind of finger pick out a few of these notes from this kind of modified 7th chord that we're playing here. We're going to hit the 7th fret G, followed by 6th fret D. I like to play that with my index and my thumb. Okay, and then right after that 6th fret D there, you'll have another 7th fret high E, followed by a 7th fret A. And again, we're not moving our left hand at all here. We're just simply picking out or finger picking out the notes of this chord. Right after that 7th fret A there, what we're going to do is we're going to take this exact same chord shape and we're just going to move it down 1 fret or a half a step. And we're essentially going to play the exact same pattern that we just played again. And what you'll notice here is that, you know, when Doc Watson plays this song, he actually goes to the full diminished chord right here, which is another way to play this song. Of course, it's the way that Doc played it. But the reason I like to just take this chord shape and move it down is because I feel like it retains some of the alternating bass feel that I really, really like about this song. And it also, it does get some of those diminished notes in there anyways. So you do kind of get that diminished feel anyways, regardless of whether you play the full diminished chord or if you're just moving this kind of modified 7th chord down 1 fret. And you'll you'll see that 5th fret D right at the end there before we go into measure number 2. And when we look at the beginning of measure number 2 here, we're essentially just back to this kind of modified 7th chord shape here that we started with. And we're going to play that 7th fret A, 7th fret high E again. And then right here, we're going to take our little finger, so we've got this kind of modified 7th chord here. And then we're going to take our little finger off, and we're going to hit the B string 8th fret. And that's where you're going to get your bend, right? So there's a little bit of finger strength involved here. And you're bending right there with that little finger. And you're catching that 6th fret D right after the bend. And you're just kind of creating a little bit of dissonance there, a little bit of a bend, right before you go to that open high E. So the dissonance is sort of the bend or the tension, and then the release is kind of that high E. It's kind of a tough move there, but it's something that, you know, once you start to hear it, it'll be a lot easier to play. And you're sort of letting that 6th fret D ring out when you go to that open high E string. Then you see that open low E right there, because technically we're still kind of holding like an E7 chord shape here. And right after that open low E, we're going to kind of pick out a couple more notes from this chord, the 7th fret G and the 6th fret D. And then quickly we're going to move down all the way to the 1st fret, and we're going to catch this A7 chord right here. We're going to catch this chord on a slide up. So you can see that we're going from the 7th fret all the way up here, and we're just jumping down to this 1st fret, and then we're sliding into that A7 chord position there, that open A, and then we're sliding with this A7 chord shape here from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold this A7 chord shape here, and we're going to catch this 2nd fret high E underneath. And then we're going to go to 3rd fret high E, and we're going to hit that open low E bass note. And then back down to the 2nd fret high E with that 2nd fret D bass note. And then we're going to go open high E, 2nd fret B. Okay, now let's play measures 1 and 2 all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads us into measure number 3.